Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Sir Vagabond in Japan. This is a design project for Scrap and Create. You can get all your supplies there. I'll have links down below, and there'll be a link down below to the cutting guide for this project as well. Okay, so last time we finished all the pages except this back page, and I wanted to do a removable element for that. So let's go ahead and get started on that. So I have, we're going to do a, pardon me, we are going to do an envelope of a different style than we usually make. So let me, you know what, I just set aside the measurements. Let me grab those, because I've got it right in front of me. Okay. Alright, so this piece is 7 by, here, let me get rid of, I've got all my embellishing things here, not all of them but some. Okay, 7 inches wide by 10.5 inches long. Okay, and it is scored at 3.5, this line here, and at 7.5. Okay, so you want to score it at 3.5 and 7.5, then turn it and score it at 1/2 inch here and 1/2 inch here, so from each end. And then you can see I've got it marked. You're going to keep the full width in the 3.5 inch section. You're going to remove this section here that I have marked from both sides. Okay? And that will leave you with this. So here's our 3.5 inch section. There's the tabs. I cut them at an angle and trim the corner. Those are going to get folded in. It's going to get folded up, and then the other end will get folded over, and that will be our envelope. Okay, so I think I'm trying to decide if I want to use glue or score tape. I think I might as well just use glue. I'm going to use my small one. Okay. I don't think I have a pin. And the last time that I used this, I forgot to put the cover back on. Here we go. Okay. And I was reading an article today. I was looking for starting to shop for cameras, and I was reading, good cameras or whatever, and I was reading a lady who was talking about her setup that she had, and she said that nobody would watch your channel if your workspace was a mess. So sorry. I'm like, well, I'm out of luck. My space is a mess. Okay, so there's our envelope. And we are not going to mat this. We're just going to decorate it. And so I've got a few things. I've got get this. If you remember, I had the collectibles pad, so I've sort of rough cut out a lot of things from that. Set that aside, and I have the die cuts, and I went through and I just pulled out some washi tapes that I thought might go. So just whatever you have in your collection. I don't know if I'm going to use them or not, but I had those, and then I had this stamp. So if you've got a similar stamp, or if you don't, you don't even need a stamp. You could just print out, something and use that. But I had that, so I thought I might use that. I've got a little piece of cheesecloth. Got my matte metallic wax, my ink. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. We're just going to play. But the first thing I am going to do is ink the edges of this. And I am using walnut stain. You can use whatever you have. I'm inking this pretty heavily. I want it to look kind of old and beat up. And this is just Kraft cardstock. You could use a tea or coffee dyed paper. Probably should have inked this before I folded it up, but that's okay. This pad is getting dry, I think. And I'm just going to fold that back. Again, I'm just making it look a little beat up. Okay. So there's that. And I'm thinking I also have, let me get this stuff out. Thinking I might use this or this, which I haven't cut out yet. I was also thinking some of this would look good. But I might have one of these in my die cuts. Oh, so I had these in the die cuts, these kind of vertical pieces that I liked a lot. I like all of them, but I mean for this, I do. I have a temple. The only thing is I kind of want it to look like a letter, so I don't know how much dimension I really want to put on it. But I do like these two pieces. And I think I would like this or this, but this is smaller. Or the red one and just put it on the edge. So let me just cut some of these out. Okay, there's that. Let me ink that. That like that, but I definitely want something behind it. And I was thinking some of this or this, and I also want to stamp it. So before I do anything, let me stamp it. Set this aside. Set that aside. And again, you don't need the stamp. You could print something on there. You could use a different stamp. I did look online. This stamp is available. It's from, oh gosh, stampendous.com. If I can remember, I'll link it down below. I've had it for ages, but it's still available. So. Okay. And that's the top. I'm just gonna put it up there. but it's pretty light. Like I said, this ink pad's getting dry, but that's just fine. So that gives us a little something there, and then something like that there. And like I said, a little kind of like this area because of the red. I'm just gonna tear a piece. Oops, I'm sorry. I keep hitting my lights. And that's bigger than I want, but I kind of like the way that looks. The only thing, I'm gonna have to be careful tearing this edge, or I'm gonna tear off all that red that I liked. There we go. It's okay if it sticks out because we can trim it off. So maybe something like that. That's kind of neat. I've got this tag, but I think I'll save that. So far, I'm liking this. Not that so much. Maybe one of these. Oh, you know what? Let me just look. Didn't cut anything like that, but I think there was a whole page of those labels. There's that one. It's kind of large, but it might go well on the other side. Okay, I'll cut a few of those. I feel like there was another sheet. There's these. I like that a lot. This is actually the same as that, only smaller. All right, let me cut these. Okay, so that gives me a few more things. So if we do that, and then maybe pull that over. Maybe do that. I'm liking that. Maybe put two of these. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's take that. These can both go on top of that. Okay, so this is basically, I'm gonna go right about there. I'm just getting in my head where it is. And I want to ink it. Okay. I think I'll use the bigger one. that. And I didn't look to see if I wanted to use any of these washies that I have. I don't know if any of them would particularly go. This one might. I don't know. I think I'll stick with what I've got so far. Okay, so then I'm going to use these two. Just about like that. Well, let me ink them first. And as well ink this one while I'm at it. Okay. I feel like that. Put that a little higher. I want that further over. I want that further down. Okay, so I want those about there. So this one, okay. Oops, take the back off the glue. Just down into the side. And then that is going to go there. That looks good. Thanks. Looks good. And then that right there. I think I just want to trim of this a little bit. Off the top. I just want to make it look a little more even. I cut it on my paper trimmer. Why, I don't know. And it's over in the corner on the other side of the room with no light, and it's dark, so I could barely see it. I can't see very well in the best of times, so I don't know why I did that. I was talking about my workspace earlier, and that's one of my goals for this year, is to make my office, my home office, which is where I record and where I work, my day job, and just make it really nice. We got, like a lot of people, almost 3 years ago, 2 years ago, when was it? We all got sent home for COVID, and it was one of those rush, like, here's a big box with a computer in it, go work from home. And I never really set up a nice place because I was moving at that point anyway, and then I moved in here and I just sort of threw everything in here. And I spent a lot of time in this room. I want to make it nice. Okay. I like that a lot. Okay. And then on the back, so this is the way it's going to be in the book, like this, but of course it opens like this. So on the back, we can go vertical or horizontal, doesn't matter. I'm trying to decide what I want. I don't want like a magnet or anything. I just want, you know what? I think I want, hang on. I left these in the bag. There's some small circles, like family crests, Japanese family crests, that kind of thing, and just some plain circles. Maybe just use one of those. Pull out a couple. That one's too big, I think. Because it would have to really bend to get tucked under there. Yeah, so not that one. This one is like kind of like a button. It has punch outs. Hang on. They're not well cut. They don't want to come out. Let me see. I should have pushed the other way. When you're trying to take these things out, it's best to push from the front, just because you're less likely to damage. See how that pulled? But that's only on the back, so I don't care. But if that had been on the front, it would have been not good. So there's that, and there's a little round one in the middle, but I think I'm going to leave it. So I'm thinking if we use that, yeah, that'll make a good closure. Okay, so let's just hold on to that. Maybe ink it. And see what we want back here on this side. Let's see. There's that. There's this piece. That might be good in the book though. But something like that. That's a maybe. There's the other side of this one. I kind of like that. So let me just decide how I want to tear that. That's kind of cool. You know what, I want to trim that off or just tear it off. That's where the glue is that attached it into the book, and it's kind of rough. That's cool. That'll be our base. I'm not going to want anything under that, so I might as well just go ahead and glue it down. Here. Okay. And else that I really want. Nothing there, but I have things that I have cut out here. I have the dragon, but it doesn't fit. You could use that on front if you really love it, but I can use that somewhere else. Oh, how about that? That looks great. Okay, that's what we're going to use. Okay, let's cut that out. Okay, I left a little bit at the bottom there. That looks great. Put it a little further over. Okay. And use the little one because we've got the sword. Oh, we could face him the other way. No, I think I want the sword going that way. Okay. Oh, you know what? Before I glue that down, just see. If we want to put anything. Big. That's the same we used on the other side. Let me see. I think that's fine, especially where it's the back. Okay. Oh, gosh. That's my alarm. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm back. And now we just need the insides. I'm not going to fuss with too much, but I was thinking maybe just a border like that would be nice. And then our little closure. Did I put that upside down? I did. I did the whole back upside down. There is no way I'm going to get that off. Actually, you know what? I didn't do the back upside down. I did the front upside down. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. You do you. Okay. It is what it is. Okay. So this I want to put like that. And I'm going to cut that right about there. Okay. Okay, that's going to go there. Fortunately, this is not going to be attached permanently into the book, so if I get time, I will just make a replacement for it. Okay, there we go. That, and then we need this to go right about there. Ooh, I put way too much glue. Let's put that there. Ooh, I don't know if that's going to work. That just bent when I tried to put it in there. Let me pull that off. And get some of that adhesive off. Maybe I'm going to have to put a magnet after all. Okay, I think I will. All right, let me use magnets. Which is fine. And grab the scrap. Okay, and then we are going to put something here to hide the magnet and here, but I have this piece that I have already torn. So let me see. Let me cut a piece because this one I'm going to cut two and a quarter. No, 2. I think I'll cut it 2. 2 by 5 7/8. And then this is 3 3/8. So 2 by 5 7/8 and 3 3/8 by 5 7/8. Okay, there we go. Somebody's dog is barking its head off. We'll figure out what we're going to put in here later. Okay, there's that. You'll do yours so it's going in the right direction. And you could actually do it, you know, either side up, however you want, which you'll see when we put it in. Now let me grab... thinking of making this to layer on top, and what I did with this is I just used my envelope punch board and some vellum, and I used the one that's for a 3x4 card with a 6x6 paper size right there to make this. So let me ink this, and actually I want to trim, it's still got this point that I don't like. But this is vellum, and that's a little trickier than, I don't want to make a pencil line. So I'm just going to fold it like that. That'll make a mark, and trim it. Yeah, that's good. And then for adhesive, I'm thinking just a little score tape, because normally I use glue on my envelopes, but it's see-through, and I think score tape would show less. So let us do that. Actually, I'm going to use the 1/4 inch. Which I think I have right here, maybe. I thought I had 1/4 inch here. I don't see it though. Alright, I use 3/8. Just like that. Looks like I didn't cut that very straight. Hang on. Okay, that's a little better. That one goes too far. That's good. Okay. Burnish that down. go. So you see the tape a little bit, but not as much as you would be able to see glue if I'd used glue. Neaten up my space a little bit. You can see. Okay, and you could just buy a couple of envelopes if you want and embellish them rather than making them. Probably should have inked before I glued, but it's all right. Okay. There is that. And I think I'll stamp this one as well. Maybe not with the whole stamp. Well, maybe. I don't know if it'll fit or not. That's maybe all I do on this. Just want to make sure I don't ink my board, although it doesn't matter. It's glass and I can clean it. Okay, that looks good. Not too straight, but I don't mind that. I think if we leave that and then just put something in it, so what did I say, 3x4 would fit in here, right? Three's going to be a tight fit. Let me cut. What color do I want to cut? Kraft, I guess. Let's try that. Let me cut a piece. Or maybe we just want to use paper. That looks good though. Let me, I don't know if I have any. Hang on. So this is just a piece of coffee dyed paper. It's been very lightly dyed. That works as well. So I'm thinking if we put that and then that in there. And I wonder if we want that on the front. Like that. Yes, okay. All right, so what I was thinking is, let's get to here. All right, so this is the page, right? So we need to map this page. And I had planned, I had a piece set aside somewhere. Yes. I was thinking of this. Side, maybe that side. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so let me cut this. So this will be 7 7/8 by 5 7/8. Okay. It's pretty good. I always have to guess on the height because my trimmer doesn't have, it has a big gap in that area. Okay, now the way I'm going to attach these, I don't need a magnet, so I'm going to just go ahead and put this down. Let's make sure it's right side up. It is. Okay. And what did I do with my baby whip? Okay. Now, I need something to attach in the middle, and I was thinking maybe one of these or this right here. I kind of like that. Okay, so let me cut that out. Okay. And let's ink that. Then I have black seam binding, which I am thinking of crisscrossing, not of thinking, I am going to crisscross underneath this to hold these envelopes. So you could just use one, but then they might slide out, so I want to use two. So I'm gonna need, what I'm gonna do, this will make it longer than I need, but that's okay. I'd rather have longer than I need than too short. Okay, cut that one right about there. This is, like I said, this is definitely longer than I need, but let's see how it is for this way. It should be fine. Yep, that'll be fine, I think. Let me just tie it to be sure. Yeah, okay. Okay. So let me take a piece of score tape and this is 8 inches tall, so I need a piece to go right about there at the 4-inch mark, give or take. That's fine. Put that too straight. That's okay. And then we need a piece at the 3-inch mark because it's 6 inches wide. Okay. Now we want to glue this down here, like that. Okay. Make sure your ribbons are nice and flat. I used quite a bit of glue to give me a second to get these where I want them. Okay, there's that. And then we have that and that. Right. And you know what? We might just tuck that one underneath, maybe. It's been a while since I've done one like this, so I've got to remember how to do it. And of course you could tie these however you want. I'm just playing with them to see what I like. Go. Alright, so there's that. Tie bow. And then we have this one. There we go. Cute. And I'm going to leave my tails pretty long so that if I want to play with how I do it later, I can. That is cute. I like that. Even if I did turn that, botch up that envelope a little bit, but I don't care. I love it. Okay. I have no idea. How long have we been at it here? Oh, over an hour. Well, quite a bit of that was probably me just futzing around. I think we can still go ahead and get these in the book, and then we'll stop for the day. So let me move some of these things aside. I do have my hinge. Just go ahead and follow the measurements in the cutting guide to make this. If you don't know how, there is a video in my construction basics playlist for how to make your hinge. And here is our cover that we finished last time. And my neighbor with the loud truck is out. I do not think I don't have a pencil handy, but that's okay. I can use an orange marker. I think that's good right there. Let's see. 1.1/8 1.1/8. Okay. I am just going to lay this down, and I'm holding it up so that it won't stick until it's where I want it. I feel like it's a little bit low. So we want to make sure that it's centered top to bottom. That looks pretty good. Okay, get that out of the way. This is not my favorite bone folder. I don't know what I did with my favorite one, so. Well, I don't know. We'll stick with this one. Okay. And that. Okay. This is the last page, and I do like to start from the back. Back a little bit of the tape. I'm going to put the tube over the fin. You do not want to put it all the way down. Leave yourself about 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch. Okay. There we go. This has a lot of bulk, so I need to make sure that I get the actual tube on and not some other spot. There we go. You want to make sure it's even with the one you just put on. Did I get the one from here? I didn't. Okay. That. And this one. Okay. And this one. I am very pleased with how this is coming out. Okay. And oops, it's another one that has a lot going on. good. Sure, got everything. Okay. Nice. I'm happy with that. All right. Picking these up before my cat gets them. Right. I am super pleased. Okay. So next time we'll do inside, front, and back covers and possibly decorate our front cover as well. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and visit Scrap and Crate to get all your supplies. I have links down below for the cutting guide for this and various discount codes, my Patreon, etc., etc., etc. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.